How'd it come to this, after all we've been through? Two of a pair, now on opposite sides. From the very start, with honor we've doomed, washed each other's back and we battled with pride. We are closer than brothers, now we have to fight each other, and we trust our fate to the heart of the cards. No matter what, let the game begin. No matter what, we'll be the best man win. No matter what, we're in this together. No matter what, we'll be friends forever. No matter what. It's been you and me, hanging out playing games. Didn't ever think it would get this hard. Time's running out and there's so much at stake. Everything riding on the turn of a card. We'll show what we're made of as we fight for the ones we love. And we'll be friends till the very end. No matter what.
Hi, this is Godmaster Atem, one of the senior admins of EHU, here with a deck profile called the Blue-Eyed Maiden deck. And here we go. First, we have 3 Blue-Eyed Maidens, or Maiden with Eyes of Blue, as they called it here in America. Very essential to the deck. It's making blue eyes pop a little bit faster. Of course, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Three Shining Angel. A lot of people I've seen, they run this deck. They run it with 3 Apprentice Magicians. You can, but it gets set in defense mode, and so awfully it's going to kill it. At least with this, with Shining Angel, yeah, I may take a little bit of damage, but it pays out in the long run because I can summon Maiden in attack mode and then wait for the next attack. Three Whitestone of Legend. Of course, that's for, not only is it a tuner, same with Maiden, she's a tuner as well, but mainly for, draw power with cards of consonance. So that you can drop these, draw 2 cards, add a blue eyes to your hand. Other than that, like I said, it's a tuner. And for those people that play the, that card, the trap card, the Dragon Soul Tower or whatever it's called, I can't remember at the moment. You can remove it to target whatever Maiden or whatever monster you have on the field to give it a 700 attack point boost. 3 Bright Star Dragon. Use its ability when Maiden's on the field. You can jump at the level. It targets, therefore Maiden's effect will go off. Summoning Blue Eyes, and you can go straight into Star Eater, or you can synchro for a 7 with it and Bright Star Dragon to make either any of your level 7 dragons like Ancient Sacred Wyvern, which I do not run. Black Rose Dragon, which I just don't have a copy of at the moment. We'll probably go in there. You can also make Exploder Dragon with it, which is what I run in mine. 2 Darkstorm Dragon. Of course, it's a Gemini monster. Acts as a normal monster in the graveyard and on the field until you resummon it. Plus, it's your Heavy Storm for the deck. Since we lost Heavy Storm, giving us a monster ability to do it twice. It's really key, just in case you didn't see it before. Darkstorm Dragon. 2 Rider the Stormwinds. Let's do it that way. There you go. What this does is you can equip it from your hand or your field to a normal dragon type monster. Now that's any normal dragon type monster. Plus it's a tuner, so if you want to use it for tuner, you can. Plus it's also card of consonance fodder for if you want to drop a card of consonance to draw 2 cards. What it does is gives any normal dragon the ability to do piercing damage. And normally I use it on Blue Eyes. You can equip it to Darkstorm Dragon. Fun key little note is when you equip it to Darkstorm Dragon, when it's summoned out, and then you decide to resummon him, it'll stay equipped to Darkstorm Dragon because it was a normal dragon when you equipped it, and he will still receive the piercing damage ability from that monster. Next ones are kind of like, you know, just little staple cards. I run mine Chaos. Some people don't. I run mine kind of Chaos-like. So first we got a Blockbuster Soldier, Envoy the Beginning, Chaos Sorcerer. Of course, if you're running a Blue Eyes deck, if you're running anything that has a massive amount of light monsters, you got to run this guy here, Honest. Kinkabio. Reason I run Kinkabio, its effect does target. So if Maiden, the ability to pull back out of the graveyard, Call the Haunted doesn't target, or it's Call the Haunted ability doesn't target. However, when it goes to leave the field, then Maiden's up on the field, and he goes to banish her, her effect will kick in because he targeted her for banishment, summoning the Blue Eyes. Then she'll leave, and then he'll come back to the hand. And then finally Gores. Alright, that's pretty much, there's the monster lineup for this deck. Next we're going to go into the spells. Let's see here. Goes over here. Of course we got 3 cards of Consonance. You've got 5 monsters you can use this with. That's the 2 Rider of the Stormwinds and all 3 White Stones of Legend. You can use these. 3 trade-in. Again, you've got 5 monsters you can use with trade-in. You got the 2 Darkstorm Dragons, and you have the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons to be able to draw 2 cards. And Maiden's ability isn't biased. She'll pull from your hand, deck, or graveyard to summon. The only thing she won't do is bring back out of play, but there are cards that'll do that, that'll bring him back. Just some more draw power, 2-potted duality. More deck thinning cards. A lot of people run 3 Silver's Cry. I only run 2. Mainly because I only own 2. 2 works perfectly fine. 3 is a little bit overkill. Plus it allows you to have a little bit more funnier cards in your deck if you only run 2. I'm thinking about putting in a Magician of Faith in here, since she did come off the ban list on January 1st. I still haven't figured out how to work her in, but I'll figure it out. Of course, we get to some staple cards. Dark Hole, Forbidden Lance. This deck usually you see run 2. I only run 1. Mystical Space Typhoon. And instead of 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, I run 1, and then I run 1 Night Beam. Reason being is because Night Beam, it's a little bit better than the 2. They can't, when you activate it and you destroy a set spell or trap, well, unlike Mystical Space Typhoon, you can get any of them. But Night Beam will allow you to hit a set one, and then they can't activate it in its response. So you get a perfect chance on that one. Alright, now we're down to the trap cards. I only run 4 trap cards in this deck. A lot of them I've seen they run 2, maybe 3. I run 4 since we have the ability to have a really heavy backfield, and the ones I run are pretty much staple. Outside of my side deck, which is where the rest of them are at. Bottomless Trap Hole, Mirror Force, Solemn Warning, and Call of the Haunted. A lot of the decks run 2 Call of the Haunted. I only run 1 since I got the Silver's Cry. Plus, some of my monsters that'll reborn them, have them help be reborn, so I don't need that much reborn power other than the 1. Okay, now we're going to go to the extra deck. I run 2, 3, 4, 7 synchros. The rest I run are Run 7 synchros, and I run 8 exceeds. This is mostly in a synchro deck, but we can exceed with it as well. Alright, the first synchro I use is Formula Synchron. Reason I use Formula Synchron is just in case I can't get, Maiden up to level 3 with Bright Star Dragon, and I got Azure Eyes on the field. This and Azure Eyes will make Star Eater. Star Eater is a very, very mean card out there right now, and very few decks can make it. This is one of the ones that can. So, plus you get to draw, so there's that. Ally Justice Catastor to run up over everything else my opponent plays. A lot of people, there's still some players that are playing darks. A lot of them are playing like the Dragon Rulers. You're playing the spellbook monsters. The Ghost Rixel can still get around him. But a lot of your other decks don't expect to run into this, and they still do. Again, like I said, Exploder Dragon Wing. That's just for, if I run up across a monster that, has equal or less attack than mine, I can whack it, it'll destroy, and then I'll inflict damage to my opponent equal to its attack of the destroyed monster. The level 8 synchro I run right now, until I can get the Jeweled Red Dragon Archfiend, is I'm running the regular Red Dragon Archfiend. Gives me a little extra level 8 monster for me to exceed into some of my level 8 or rank 8 exceeds, plus his ability is cool. 2 Azure Eyes. A lot of the decks run 3, 2 is perfectly fine. But there's 2 Azure Eyes. Of course, you know what it does when it's special summoned. Anytime it's special summoned, so therefore if you call the Haunted or any other ways of bringing out monsters back out of the grave, like the Shallow Grave or whatever monster brings them back, all dragons you currently control are unaffected by or cannot be targeted by card effects until the end of the next turn. So if you do it on your turn, till the end of your opponent's turn, you can't be none of your dragons can be targeted. Then of course, like I said, Star Eater. Star Eater is really good, really controversial card, really, if you think about it. Its effect says, of course the good one, must be synchro summoned, can't be special summoned by any other means. You can't negate his summon, he's going to come out regardless. So your Solemn Warning, your Bottomless Trap Hole, none of those cards can activate. He's pretty much a free synchro. Of course, then when you get to it, when it's unaffected by other card effects, when it attacks, until the end of the damage step. How it's controversial is the fact that I was playing with my a game with my son, and he had DD Warrior out. I went and looked up on what the card ruling on it was. The card ruling clearly stated that my Star Eater ran through it and nothing happened. The bad thing about that is the fact that both their effect of DD Warrior or Warrior Lady or the other one, DD Different Dimension Warrior, all clearly state at the end of the damage step and damage calculation, remove the monster that attacked it or whatever. That's where the problem comes in. Konami says it goes through. Some of the judges don't like the fact it does, but until something happens, that's how it works. You can get through DD Warrior Lady, Exploder Dragon. You can honestly, you can hit someone's Grand Mold just to hit it and it wouldn't go off. You can hit Catastor with it. Catastor's ability is not going to go off. He's pretty much a safe card. He's pretty much a safe bet if you were to keep him on the field when he attacks. Okay, and then we'll get to my exceeds here. I run 1 Slacker Magician. That's my version of Zen mains that I run. I don't have any level 3s in my deck to be able to make Zen mains, but I've got enough level 1s to do it, so I run Slacker Magician. Slacker Magician is it can't just be destroyed by battle once per turn, and if a card effect that would target her would activate, you could detach 1 material and negate and destroy that card. Another monster reborn from my dragons is Queen Dragoon Gaijin. You bring a 0 out with it, it's not gonna, because you can, it's not gonna, there's not gonna get its ability, but what you do is you bring your Blue Eyes back with it, you bring Darkstorm Dragon back with it, because then, excuse me, at that point, you know, he has no ability, so you can resummon it and then still get the ability. All of that, and dragons can't be targeted by attack except for her. Of course, Utopia, everybody knows what Utopia does. Gem Knight Pearl, that's for your Evil Swarm decks that are still floating around, still pretty mean. He can get up over, you know, Ophion and, you know, pretty much end the duel. Maestroke, the Symphony Daijin, that's for, you know, again, for protection. Another version of Zenmane's, plus this other ability to be able to switch monsters in attack mode that have a higher attack than mine, but have lower defense than my attack, back down to face down. Gaga Cowboy. Of course, everybody knows what that does. Thunder End Dragon. Now, if you're running a Blue Eyes deck, please run this card. It just makes sense to run this card. It's a dark hole, basically a dark hole, with the added ability that he's going to stay alive to attack your opponent directly, and all your other opponent's monsters are going to leave. All your other monsters are going to leave, but him, and he's going to attack. Gives you a direct attack. And then, again, if you're going to run another Blue Eyes deck, please run this one as well. Heretic Sun Dragon Lore, Overlord of Helopolis, giving you the ability to, you know, destroy things on the field. This for monsters that you have in your hand or on the field that you can tribute off to get rid of things on your opponents on the field. I've also seen decks run Tachyon Dragon, or Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I've seen them run the Neo Galaxy Eyes. You can, but your Tachyon Dragon, once you activate its ability, will, if you have a Maiden on the field, it will negate Maiden, and then you're just pretty much, you know, upset because you can't get in your ability anymore. And this is just to show Gore's token. Well, so that's the deck, folks. Once again, I'm Godmaster Atem, Senior Admin of EHA. If you have any comments or like to have any suggestions, just put it down there in the comments box. For anybody who wants to join EHA, again, down there is the link to our Academy page and to the Facebook and Twitter page. But for now, this is Godmaster Atem signing off.